What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. Here we are on this, the 18th of May today, sitting at about $103.3 thousand, 22 hours, 33 minutes left in the day here. We're moving sideways and consolidating, right? This is familiar. We've been here before. Not too long ago, we were doing this exact same thing, and even before that, doing this exact same thing. As we see, whenever we first got to this range to consolidate, it took us about 9 days to break out there. We first got to this range to consolidate, it took us about 16 days to break out there. So here we are right now from the current range on day 10, right in that range. Any day now, any moment now, we are looking to break out. We have the last 2 days in a row closed red, which has given the RSI a moment to cool off and get out of the overbought zone. It's a good thing. We want to see that, right? It's nice being in the overbought zone. A lot of people think that it's bad being overbought. Overbought means you're about to go down, right? No, that's not generally how it works. I mean, your tops do happen ideally around the overbought zone or after you've been in the overbought zone for quite some time. But being overbought is a good thing. It's a sign of strength. And the more overbought you get, the more continual you get overbought, the more productive your price action is overall. And as we've gotten overbought here, we've definitely seen some productive price action. Being out of the overbought zone now gives us an opportunity to continue growing. We're out of the overbought, so now we're at a lower reading now, the lowest reading we've been at since this consolidation phase began, and we're literally at the exact same price we were whenever we got here, right? Whenever we first got to this consolidation phase, we were at an 80 in the RSI. Now we're down here, and we're literally at the exact same price. So this has cooled off enough to allow us another stretch higher. I assume we will get another move to the upside, and it will likely be bigger than the move that we just had here. If we're looking at these moves overall, from a low here to a high right there, that was about 15%, and I'm not going to the actual high or the actual not from the actual low either. I'm going from like the low of the move. This is the low of the consolidation phase, but the move probably started about here and then it ended probably about here. The high of the consolidation phase is here, but the main meat of the move was 15% here, 12% here. This one, same kind of idea. Low to high right there where the main meat of the move is about 12%. We're probably going to see something on the lines of that of a similar move here between 11.5 to 15.2% or larger. The expectation here would be to go to about $121,000 because from a high, all-time high back in January 20th there to the low on April 7th, high to low, the 1272 is right there. So that'd be about a 17% move if we were to break out and move higher from this current price now. It's very possible, and it would make sense in my opinion to see the strongest move, right? 17%, 11%, and maybe we tip that. Maybe we only see an initial 15 or 14% pop. We run immediately up to about $115,000 to $118,000, and then slowly crawl higher as we have the last few times to this $121,000 price. But my assumption is that this next leg up will likely be stronger than anything else that we've seen. So probably something bigger than a 15% move sounds about right. We'll see a nice immediate snap to the upside because this RSI is super bullish. As we progress higher, as we get a higher reading in the RSI, which I think that's what we're going for, we'll probably find resistance around the 90 as we did back here. As we get going, as we get higher readings, we're probably going to produce a stronger move to get those higher readings, and a stronger move looks like, well, it might look like that, about $121,000. So here we are on this, the 18th of May. How many days left in the month do we have? 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 days left, is that right? 13, 14 days left if you include today. I think that's right. One of those two. I don't know. Anyways, that much time left in the month is definitely more than enough time to see Bitcoin grow at this kind of rate. I would expect that we're at $121,000 by the end of May. It really wouldn't surprise me, being that we are at the 10th day in this consolidation phase right now. It wouldn't surprise me if by the end of next week we were up at $121,000, or at least very near there. We're definitely on the way. We have about 22 hours, 30 minutes left in this week here, so we're coming to a weekly close. If we're looking at the week and dissecting it a little bit or analyzing it, we just got what they call a spinning top, or just something with wicks on both ends with a very narrow body. It's a very neutral week, a week of consolidation. We had one of these back here, and then the next week we grew. It wouldn't surprise me if next week, starting the 19th, we began to move to the upside. That doesn't mean we have to start moving up on Monday. Maybe we start moving up on Thursday, and then we finish the move on the following week, sometime on a Monday or Tuesday. I don't know, but I do believe that we begin moving higher. I think that this week, the 19th through the 25th, is going to be the week that we do see new all-time highs finally for the first time since January of 2025. And I think that this moment right here, this moment in time, well encapsulates the fleeting moments, the last moments of any human who's ever participated in cryptocurrency, who has had the ability to witness Bitcoin being below $100,000. As we progress higher, once we do see this level, once we get above this level, you guys, there's no case scenario where we're going to go below $100,000 again. It's just not going to happen. I mean, maybe if the bear market, if the bull market doesn't go as high as I think, if we do stop at like 250 to 220, something in this area by the end of the cycle, which I don't think we stop there. I think we go higher than that. But if we do stop there, then maybe we could go below $100,000. But if we see prices above like $460,000, and I think we will by the end of the cycle, there's no hope for seeing prices below 100K ever again. So this is a fleeting moment right here, being so close to $100,000. I don't know if we'll ever be this near, even at this price, this near 100K ever again. We're consolidating here. I think we had a misread on the 4-hour time frame whenever we were looking at this as a diamond top. I think it is a diamond top. I just think that the diamond did not break out. Actually, I think this is more of the diamond. This kind of looks more like a diamond, right? Diamonds are essentially, they're like a symmetrical triangle this way, and then they're a symmetrical triangle this way. It's just like two symmetrical triangles, essentially. So you've got that one symmetrical triangle coming on this end. You just don't really have it on this end so much. But I think we still are in the diamond top. So diamond tops, you guys, whenever, and maybe it's a diamond top, maybe it's just a symmetrical triangle. I don't know. But diamond tops, and it kind of looks like a diamond top. Diamonds are normally ugly, and it is a kind of ugly pattern here. I just would have liked it if we had a little bit more volatility over here, because that would have really made it look like a diamond. But anyways, who cares? Can't have everything you want, right? Diamond tops are known for high velocity, volatile breakout moves. If we break out to the downside, we'll likely move down fast and then pull back and throw right back through the breakout point. If we break out to the upside, the same kind of thing could happen. We could move up and then pull back. 50% of the time on these diamond top breakouts, you do get a pullback. So if we break out to the upside, let's hope that we don't get a pullback. If we break out to the downside, let's hope that we do get a pullback, right? And these moves, the main kind of trait about a diamond top is that when you do break out one way or the other, it's a very high velocity. What's high velocity mean? Well, this here from a low to a high, that was a pretty high velocity move, right? Slow velocity to the downside, high velocity, high speed to the upside, right? So something like that, it would be a pretty quick snap. And going from here to 120K by the end of the month seems like a high velocity move to me. By the end of this week seems like a high velocity move to me. I very much do believe that by the end of the month, Bitcoin will be at 130 to 140K. I don't think it stops at 120K, but that's all I got to say, guys. I think we've gone over enough. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, man, get ready. Essentially, if I had one like way to summarize this video, I would be saying that we're still consolidating. We're at the point in time where any day now we could be breaking higher. We're looking for a breakout and a move up to about $120,000 over the next week, 130 to 140K by the end of the month. If we break out to the downside of this pattern, expect some really high volatility. We'll break out, probably go to 100K. We're at 103. We'll go right around 100K, and then we'll pump right back up. If we break out to the upside, maybe not so much on the volatile aspect, but on the high velocity aspect, expect this move to be fast and very, very robust. Okay, that's all I got for you. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.